Hello and welcome. I'm Sandhya from Dynamic Living, and this is a question that was posed to me from Vivek G, who's a coachee of mine. Vivek, let me start by saying that it is very, very normal. Newton's first law of motion, things in rest will continue to be so, things in motion will continue in motion in a straight line. And we are really objects of this world. We are objects of physics, but psychologically as well. We're not that far evolved from early man, and what is familiar to us also feels safe, right? I know this cave, I know this path to the forest, I know that if I stay on this path, nothing bad will happen to me. I know that I don't have to take this risk where, the saber-toothed tiger from the nearby forest can jump on me. Yes, there might be more berries in that forest, but hey, do I want to take that chance? So this is essentially what our behavior is like. This is essentially what our bodies and minds are like. But we are human beings. We have something called an intellect. We have discretion, and we do have the ability to become much, much better versions of ourselves, exponentially so. But now there's the next problem that happens. We have this vision of ours where we're shining up there on top of this mountain, and we feel like we're down here, and it is so intimidating and so far away. So, great question. First step is the awareness, right? You know that this is not the best that you can be. You know that there's somewhere else. You know there's a better forest out there for you. What is the next step? The next step is really analyzing yourself, analyzing your situation, and analyzing what you want. Now you can do this by yourself, you can do this by writing it down, you can speak to a non-judgmental friend about this, or better yet, work with a coach on something like this. Very often we say that, I want to lose 20 pounds, but do we know who that person is? Do we know what it's going to take to lose 20 pounds? Are we ready to stop going out 5 nights a week? Are we ready to say no to red velvet cheesecake or whatever it is? These are all things that need to be done. Are we ready to make these changes? And indeed, do they need to be made? How are they going to be made? All of these cause this resistance within ourselves. So the analysis of how much do we want this change, how strong is our desire for this change, again becomes very important. Once we've identified what really our goal is, and it is a good idea to make your goal something that is achievable, a few steps away. It should put you a little bit out of your comfort zone, but not so far out that you'll just give up and be intimidated and just not be able to see it through. So while there may be a forest that's 5 miles away that has the best berries ever, you might want to start with the forest that you can see ahead of you. You haven't been to it yet, it's still unknown, but accessible enough. You can run back to your cave if you had to, right? It's still scary. And that's what starts to bring about change. Little steps, little increments, achievable goals, for which you also need an action plan, right? It's not enough to say that, you know what, I'm going to start running, and running is going to be the answer to make me fit. You need to tell yourself, I'm going to get up tomorrow, Thursday morning. I will be up at 6 o'clock. I have my running gear set out. I'm going to leave the house at 6:30. That'll bring me back to the house by 7:30, which means I can be ready and leave for work at 9 o'clock. Unless you visualized all of this in detail, it's really not going to happen, right? And then to hold yourself accountable for the next time that you run. Say you want to run on Saturday. What is it going to take for you to do on Friday night, right? Your friends have called you out. You need to think about what's important for you in your life at this point. I have been partying with my friends for 25 years. Now, is my health more important to me, or is another night out with my friends more important to me? These are conversations you need to have had with yourself. It helps that you've already had some of these and visualized certain circumstances, but anytime a situation comes up before you, you need to be able to exercise that intellect, exercise that discretion, and make a choice that's going to take you closer to your goal. Now, once you've taken that little step, is that going to make you slim or fit overnight? No, it's not. The goal could be a little further away. Yes, we do get that. You're not going to be able to offset 40 years of bad eating with a week of exercise, right? But what that one little act is going to do for you is it will already give you benefits. It will already give you a reward, in that you're going to start to feel better about yourself. You're not going to look very different in the mirror after 1 week of running, but you're going to feel different. That little bit of incremental benefit is the first step towards change, but it's not yet a habit. Now, what makes a habit? We'll talk about that in our next video. Before I go, I just want to tell you about our year-long program that I'm starting. It's called A Good Year. That's right. Let 2019 be your good year, your best year so far. And it is a program where I work with my coachees for a year, and together we work to define your goals and find an action plan for these goals and create accountability for yourself. You're going to be the one doing the work. I'll just be the one helping you along. For more, check in the link below. I'll have more details for you. Thank you for joining me, and see you in the next video.